Welcome to English with Abby and Torai. I'm Abby, and today we have another vocabulary lesson or a video that deals with English vocabulary. We are doing this in order to help you grow your English vocabulary and sound more like a native speaker. And so today we are going to talk about collocations. Collocations. Collocations are a natural grouping of words that mean something to English native speakers. They are not necessarily what you would expect the grouping of words to be, but you group them together, and then when you speak to a native speaker, they will understand what you are saying. So these examples, I have 4 examples here of collocations, and it may seem grammatically correct to change it and add a different verb or a different adjective with the noun or with the thing that is happening in the sentence, but that actually would just sound strange. And I'll show you those examples here. So the first one is make a decision. Make a decision. And this means that you have to try to decide something and you need to make a decision. Saying do a decision would maybe sound more grammatically correct, but it is not. Do a decision is not correct. It would sound strange to a native speaker if you said do a decision. It is make a decision. The next example is do homework. Do homework. So this is what native speakers say when they need to get their homework done. I need to go do my homework. We do not say make homework. We wouldn't say make homework, even though, like the first one, it may seem more grammatically correct, but it's not. Make homework is not the way that we say it. Another example is strong coffee. Strong coffee. This is when you have coffee that is really strong. The flavor is very bold, or you can really taste that bitterness, very strong coffee. We would not say powerful coffee, even though strong and powerful technically are synonyms. They cannot be switched out in this collocation, in this grouping of words. You could not say powerful coffee. I mean, you could, but no one would know what you're talking about. So, and the final example here is catch a cold. Catch a cold. This is when you are sick, or when you maybe say like, oh, I don't want to catch a cold. This means that you don't want to get a cold. I don't want to catch a cold. Or you say, I am going to catch a cold. And that means that you are going to get a cold or you will be sick. And we would not say take a cold. That would not make sense to a native speaker if you said take a cold. But it is catch a cold. Or you could say, I caught a cold. And now I am sick. Okay, let's look at some ways that we can create these different groupings of words. There are 3 different ways we can create these collocations, or we can create these phrases or groups of words. The first is a verb plus a noun. A verb plus a noun. So here, have lunch. I am going to have lunch. Means you're going to go eat your lunch. We don't generally say I'm going to go eat my lunch. We would say I'm going to go have lunch. Have lunch, have breakfast, or have dinner. We usually don't use the word eat with these words. Okay, the next is to run a business. Run a business. If you are a person who has your own business, then you run a business. You do not work a business, but you run a business. The next way we create these groupings of words is with an adjective plus a noun. An adjective plus a noun. Adjectives are words that describe nouns. And so here we have heavy rain. Heavy rain. That means that it is really raining outside. The rain is a lot. And then the next is deep sleep. Deep sleep is when you're asleep and you are dreaming. It's the middle of the night. You are dead asleep, which would be another one, dead asleep. Deep sleep. So our two adjectives, heavy and deep, that would describe both of these nouns. The last way we create these groupings of words is through an adverb and an adjective. Adverbs are words that describe verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs, and then adjectives describe nouns. So here the adverb is describing the adjective. So the adverb comes first in the sentence. Totally different. Totally different. This would be used, I'll give an example, if you were talking to someone or someone was talking to you, or maybe they were asking about something and they thought that they knew what you were talking about, but they don't really, and you would say, no, that's totally different. I'm talking about this. Or no, we did something totally different from that, and we did this instead. So this is used a lot in conversation when you're just talking to another person casually. And then the next one is highly recommend. Highly recommend. If someone highly recommends something to you, it means that they really like it and they think that you should try it as well, or you should try it or do it or whatever it is, read the book, watch the show, that you should do that thing. So if it is highly recommended, that means that that person really enjoys it and thinks you should do it too. Okay, now I'm going to have some verbs or adjectives or adverbs at the top, and then nouns or adjectives at the bottom, and we're going to practice matching to create collocations or create these groups of words. Okay, so before we start matching these together, on top I have verbs and on the bottom I have nouns, and we need to match them together to create these grouping of words that native English speakers use. So you can pause the video and try to match them before we do that all together. But we will get started. So the 5 verbs that we have on top are make, do, catch, take, and have. And then the nouns are your time, a break, a cold, homework, a mistake. So the way we would match these together, let's start with make. Make goes with a mistake. We say, oh, did you make a mistake? If we were asking a question. Or we could say, oh, I made a mistake, if you use it in the past tense. Oh, I made a mistake. I should have fixed that. Make a mistake. The next with do is do homework. We do homework. Could ask, did you do your homework? Did you do your homework? Or, oh yes, she did her homework. So doing it in the past or present tense as well. The next one, catch. Just like the example at the beginning, we catch a cold. I'll write that over here. We catch a cold. You could say, oh, are you sick? Yes, I think I caught a cold. So in the past tense, before you get sick, you would say, oh, I caught a cold when you already are sick. And then here we have take and have left. So take goes with your time. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time is when you tell someone, oh, don't worry about it. I'm not in a hurry. Please take your time. You can move slowly. Don't feel like you need to rush. Take your time. And then the final one is to have a break. Have a break. This is when you are working on something and you want to have a break. You want to pause and have a 15-minute break, or maybe you have a break and have lunch. Or we can also use take. With this one, we could say take a break. have a break or take a break work either way. When you take a break from something you're working on and have lunch or have a snack or have a nap or something, then that would be taking a break. So these are 5 of those groupings of words that native speakers use a lot. This is very helpful to know because native speakers use groupings of words or these phrases all the time. And so it's very important for you as an English learner to know and understand these. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video was helpful in growing your vocabulary. And if you have any questions, as always, leave us a comment and we will read it and respond, either do a video or just respond to your comment as well. And we will see you in the next video.